The wide range of cards available in Marvel Snap has allowed players to create very powerful decks that have seen their usage increase over the season. The current season of Marvel Snap pays homage to one of the game's most powerful cards and inspires one of its most fearsome deck types, the Infinaut. With the Infinaut enjoying a deck resurgence due to a new variant available in the Battle Pass for the Cosmic Power season, many players are looking for ways to deal with this card or even add it to their own deck. Understanding the warning signs of an opponent wanting to play the Infinaut is key to undermining their strategy. There's a specific deck setup that works well with this card, and the playstyle that goes with it can be easily discerned once players know what to watch out for. The Infinaut's power in Marvel Snap matches that of the character in his comic book appearances, and much like being arrested in the comics, knowing he's coming is the first step in preventing total destruction. The Infinaut almost destroyed Earth in its comical appearance. While not inherently evil, the Infinaut is a massive cosmic being that has gravely endangered Earth on multiple occasions, first appearing in Al Ewing and Kenneth Rocafort's Ultimates Vol. Free number 9 in 2016, the Infinaut is an interdimensional traveler so gigantic that it would destroy Earth if it entered their plane of reality. In fact, it's so massive on a cosmic scale that ripples in space can be detected before it arrives and used to pinpoint where it will appear. Thanks to these warning signs, Dr. Adam Brashear, also known as the hero Blue Marvel, recognizes him and prevents him from entering this reality. After its first attempt failed, the Infinaut would attempt to invade this dimension again, with this attempt being halted by Blue Marvel and her son using an antimatter-powered facility to interrupt its arrival. In the years that followed, the Infinaut launched 6 more attempts to get to Earth, each of which was prevented thanks to the work of Blue Marvel. Preceded by a vision of the inhuman Ulysses Kane, Blue Marvel and the Ultimates received a week-long warning of the Infinaut's next attempt to arrive. This gave the team enough time to build a PIM particle accelerator, which they used to shrink the Infinaut to human size upon arrival. In doing so, the Ultimates saved Earth from being torn in half by the size of the Infinaut and prevented the being from attempting to enter this reality again. Grateful for allowing him access to their dimension, the Infinaut revealed that he was not intentionally trying to destroy Earth, but was simply an explorer wanting to visit a place he did not yet have mapped. Avoiding this crisis took careful planning. But in the end, it proves that what was deemed a catastrophic threat was just a strange interdimensional being. For Marvel Snap players, this character can also be either an earth-shattering threat or a harmless explorer, depending on how they prepare for his arrival. Mining Infinaut decks in Marvel Snap. What makes the Infinaut so powerful is its massive power of 20, the highest of any card in the game. The only downside being that players cannot play the Infinaut if they have played a card at the previous round. This means that any player wishing to play it must forfeit their 5th turn to play the Infinaut on turn 6, which alerts opponents to the card they are about to play and allows them to take countermeasures. This can be a dangerous move, but unsuspecting players have little left to counter this strategy. With the incredible power of the Infinaut, he can often single-handedly earn a slot. As such, players betting on playing round 6 to win the game should focus on locking in one of the other rounds 1-4 slots to ensure they can play their ace. In round 6, a great card to start with is Sunspot, which is a 1-cost card with the ability to gain +1 power for each unspent energy at the end of the turn. Since players don't play any cards on turn 5 anyway, Sunspot can gain +5 power in a single turn. Another great card that can benefit from a skip turn 5 is Jessica Jones thanks to her on-reveal ability, which gives her +4 power if the player doesn't play a card in the same spot on the next turn. If you play both Jessica Jones and Sunspot before round 5, they will get a huge boost by skipping this round. Jubilee is also a good fit for this deck, as her on-reveal ability allows players to play a random card from their deck, meaning it's possible to draw the Infinaut from this ability, allowing her to die before turn 6 can be played. Since Jessica Jones and Jubilee are both 4-cost cards, only one of them is likely to be played, which means players will have to choose the right card for the right situation. Storm is a good card to close a location once it looks like the player there will win, as its ability floods the location, preventing both players from playing cards there after their next turn. This is also a great way to prevent opponents from playing Infinaut if the player can predict where they will try to play it. Spider-Man can also be used to counter the Infinaut in the same way with his ability to prevent the opponent from playing a card to that position on their next turn. If all else fails, Shanghai can defeat the Infinaut with his ability to destroy all enemy cards with 9 or more power in that position, assuming the player can predict where his opponent will play the Infinaut. Marvel Snap is now available for mobile and PC. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and support my channel.